you guys had a 0 for 12 from three-quarter. You guys had different kind of challenges along the way. The game never really got too far away from you. How were you guys able to keep it close throughout those kind of periods of things not going your way, and then how did you manage to pull it away?
Our defense. I thought our defense was tremendous throughout the entire game. Usually when you have not really empty possessions. Usually when you go through, lulls offensively, at some point your defense cracks, and I thought tonight it didn't. Mainly because I thought we got great shots almost the entire game. We made the right read. When we got to our spacing, moved the ball. Anytime you kind of see the numbers from Jrue and from Al and from those guys, it just shows that we're breaking down the layers of the defense. Of their defense. So I thought our defense kept us in it, and I thought we continued to fight for great looks throughout the night.
How do you keep the defense from cracking? Because it has in the past. We've seen it. How do you get past that and stick with it the way you did?
The guys communicated. I think the guys trusted each other. Guys had a level of physicality. But really it's about, in those moments, not putting guys to the free throw line, not giving up offensive rebounds, not getting out in transition, keeping it 5-on-5. And then it just allows you to battle. So I thought the guys they just battled through it together.
Joe, you talk a lot about manipulating the environment and things like that. When Jaylen, kind of gets into it with Giannis there, picks up Lillard full court. Like, what are you guys feeling? What are you feeling along the sideline when you see that?
Yeah, just that right there. Just using whether it's our opponents, using the refs, using the fans, using people near you to just manipulate that. So I thought that was great. I thought the elbow to the face kind of unlocked Jaylen a little bit. I thought the technical was tremendous by Jaylen, and I thought from there on in, it just brought out an edge in us, and we were able to feed off that. So just thankful for all those things that kind of brought the edge out of us.
This is another full first quarter for Jaylen. Jason's on the ball to close the game. How have those two kind of managed rotations and ball time and different sub patterns, things like that this year?
Yeah, they manage it by it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they're going to be out there and it's their job to deliver for us, and they do a tremendous job with their flexibility. And you don't want to be tied down to I have to do this in order to be good or I have to do that. They're just kind of like, I'll just do what we need to do to win and what makes the most sense. And when it's my time, we're going to execute, whether that's offensively or defensively. So they're both very open-minded to the process of winning, and they'll do what it takes, and it's a credit to them.
Joe, it feels like everyone on the roster is very capable of excelling in multiple areas. Like Jason, obviously a great scorer, but then he'll have these passes when they double him, or Sam Hauser leveraging his threes into shots inside the arc. How important is that, especially in a night like tonight where the results aren't necessarily matching the process, like in that second quarter with the threes?
Yeah, as long as we have the process, the results will take care of themselves. So at the end of the day, there's full trust and alignment into what we're trying to accomplish. When we stick to that, nothing else matters. And so the guys do a tremendous job of trusting each other through that, and it's going to happen. So it's a credit to them defensively to be able to withstand the offensive lull and then in the second quarter against a tremendous team, and it just says a lot about the guys.
Joe, you get Jrue Holiday back tonight after missing the last 2 games. What does his presence do for you guys, specifically on the defensive end?
I would say both ends of the floor. You got to think tonight he had some catches in the paint in the second half that Jrue too, or got us layups because of his creativity. So we can change matchups. So tonight he guarded almost all 5 guys, and so he started on Andre Jackson tonight, moved to Giannis a little bit, was on Chris Middleton. So just his versatility and the ability to change our defenses a little bit with him is huge. His communication. And then offensively, he can just make plays, and he's gotten really good at finding ways to get his matchup to put 2 on the ball so he can create for others.
End of the game, it seemed like you guys were focusing on getting that Lopez onto Tatum matchup. And I think in the past, maybe you would have used that as an opportunity to take a step back and try to get separation, but it seemed he was very determined to drive and kick. What were you guys looking for as far as what kind of drive and kick opportunities that was, and how has that evolved over the last few years?
Well, in the first half, they showed what their coverage was going to be and what their adjustment was going to be when Lopez got to the perimeter. And so we just kind of leveraged that, and to get the best shot in halftime, we saw what the spacing was, and it was just, hey, when you have one of the best rim protectors away from the rim, here's what's available, and here's who's going to overhelp, and here's what we can get. And so the guys did a tremendous job just kind of executing the offensive coverages and the game plan, and it takes the spacing and it takes the reads to be able to do it. So they did a good job of it.
Joe, how much does kind of chaos and physicality fight complacency in seasons that obviously are pretty long? Is that part of what you like want to see where you create moments within the game in order to try to re-engage?
If you're asked, I don't think that. I think that is a tool, but I wouldn't consider as what we did tonight complacent or trying to. I thought we were engaged the entire time, and I thought our defense showed that. But even when you are engaged, there's still moments when you want to manipulate the environment, and so I thought they took advantage of that. Thank you, Joe. Thanks.